Hey y'all, we're out here doing another community tour. This time we're in Star, Idaho. Which community? Let's check it out. Hey everybody, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, your great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or even relocate to the Treasure Valley. And if you're going to relocate to the Treasure Valley, you might want to know about some of the different neighborhoods that you might be relocating to. Today we're going to take a look at Heron River right here in Star, Idaho. We're going to look at some of the homes, we're going to cruise some of the streets, and we're going to look at some of the common areas, and including the pool. So let's go check it out. So probably one of the biggest things about Heron River, and you know, it's in Star, which is hugely big too, but the other thing is all these water features. So the whole community is just absolutely packed with them. And they're done up so nicely that, I mean, it's just a treat to come out here and go along the little walking paths or just sit out on the bench and, I don't know, enjoy the peace and quiet. It's just fabulous. So while we're here, let's just take a minute and talk about some of the great features of this community. They've got a clubhouse, and there's a swimming pool there, and a community gym, playground equipment, and tennis courts. So we're going to go over by that clubhouse and that pool because I think that's important. If you're living here, you want to know what that's going to look like, right? What else do we have? The water features, we talked about that. So we've got probably the biggest water feature that you're going to come across in these parts is the Boise River. It's just right on the other side of these houses over there. Up that direction is State Street or Highway 44. So we're kind of like right between Highway 44 and the Boise River. And that's probably where a lot of this water comes from for all these water features. That would make sense to me, but what do I know? Another great thing too is the location. Not only is, you know, we're kind of like off the beaten path down here, but it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to, well, State Street and all the shopping, grocery stores, places to eat, stuff like that. Not to mention that it's just like Highway 16, that's that new one that they're putting in that goes all the way from, you know, Emmett down to the freeway. So once that's in, you'll be able to easily leave out of this community, jump over there on 16, and then just buzz to wherever it is, Meridian to Boise, very quickly. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, I also want to tell you that this community, it's got like several sub-communities within Heron River. So you might see some different names, but they're all really nice. I'm just driving around a little bit and it's like, oh gosh, if I could live here, woo. So there's about 575 home sites throughout this whole community. The lots range from a kind of a smaller 0.12 acre all the way up to 0.44 acres. Many homes are on ponds. Like these over here, they back up to ponds. Very nice, very peaceful. And the HOA takes care of it, so you don't have to. Now that's pretty nice. And then just one last thing I want to tell you about the featured builders that they have out here. They include Berkeley Building Company, James Clyde Homes, and Ted Mason Homes. And I believe there are a couple other ones as well. So those are all, you know, very highly respected builders, and I don't think you're going to go wrong out here. So let's take a minute and go look at a couple houses that are currently on the market. They may not be on the market by the time you see this video. It's hard to tell, but it'll give you an idea of what the homes look like here and more importantly, kind of what they're going for, the asking prices. And we're going to do a little drive around too so you can see some of the street views. So let's check it out. Well, it sure is nice driving through here. It just blows me away at just how beautiful it is. So there's a clubhouse over there and the swimming pool. We'll get to that in a little bit. But notice too, there is a walking path right there. And there's this creek that comes right here throughout the community. The little walking path right alongside it. Well, that's very helpful, huh? Looks like this phase might be just a little bit older because the trees are so much bigger. Definitely got some nice water features throughout here. And some more water features over here. Wow, wouldn't it be cool to have your house back up to one of those ponds? The back of the house looks great. Front of the house, I want to say they look pretty nice too. Ooh, an RV bay. And another one there. Well, let's go find us a house that's currently on the market. So I know that this is, a pretty hoity-toity neighborhood, right? It's a little ritzy, but it doesn't mean you have to spend all your money. Case in point, right here, this house right here, this is the lowest price one currently on the market. This is 2025, mind you. So when I tell you the price, it's like, that's not too bad. Comes in at $499,000. So almost 500,000, a little under. What do we have here? We got 1743 square foot, 2-car garage, obviously, and it's built in 2015, so it's just 10 years old. A smaller lot, 0.12 acre, so not a whole lot to take care of. And gosh, it's got so many other pluses going for it. But the big thing is, these are your neighbors around here. Neighbors all live in really nice homes. You live in a really nice home. Everything is kept up really nice. See a theme there? So let's go drive around a little bit more and find another listing that's currently on the market. And then at the other end of the scale is something like this. This one is just absolutely fabulous. It's a little bigger, 3581 square feet. That's pretty big, isn't it? That's pretty, I'd be happy with that. Definitely. Built in 2019, so 6 years old. It's on 0.226 of an acre, so a pretty decent sized lot. I guess it would have to be if it's got this big a house sitting on it, right? 5 bedroom, 4 bath, and you probably want to know what the price is. 1.125 mil. So 1 mil, 125,000. We might be able to get it down a little bit. Who knows? But we can certainly try. But here's your neighbors over here. Look at this. Those neighbors are getting a new paint job. Those neighbors got their flag up. Just a nice, great neighborhood to live in. So I'm gonna go check out that pool and the clubhouse. So let's get on over there. And while we're going over to the clubhouse and the swimming pool, let's just shoot some random footage of what it might be like to live here. Yeah, the landscaping looks like, yeah, she's probably about 6 years old now. Some walking paths. People walking. Newer houses. Love that green space. So this is kind of a main road, if you will, through the community. No, it's not like a main city road or anything, but this is one that you'll get on to get from here to there. Oh, hey, look. There's some tennis courts. And some green space. Let's go check it out. So that's a pretty fine looking clubhouse, isn't it? I wonder what all stuff they have in there. I bet they got a kitchen in there. You can have your family reunions right here. You have your parties, your neighborhood gatherings, stuff like that. Let's take a closer look. You into playing tennis? And to be honest, I couldn't tell the difference between a tennis court and a pickleball court. Looks like there's plenty of openings there. Maybe that's a volleyball court for short people. There's a basketball court over there. This is a really attractive clubhouse, isn't it? And then they got a green space back here. Walking path. Could you just imagine sitting out here, just enjoying yourself? Not a whole lot going on. Oh, look, there's the swimming pool. You could live there, and you could be over here in a flash, in just moments. Not bad. There's the pond over there. Another one of them. They've got a lot of them. So you got that pool pretty well privatized. Privatized? Is that a word? Ducks. Little waterfall. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Little barbecue action out here. Shoot, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of sold on this already. Huh. So what are we going to do now? We got a couple more streets I'd like to go up and down. There's another house that's on the market that I'd like to share with you. So, and then once we're done with that, I want to show you something about this location that makes it really cool, really handy, something that I would certainly appreciate. So let's go check it out. So we haven't been over to this part of Heron River yet. We're going to shoot this and then take a drive around because it's really cool. So what do we have here? This is a great little 4-bedroom, 3-bath, built in 2007, so it's a little bit older. And you can tell because all the landscaping over in this section is a little bit bigger. It really feels like definitely fleshed out. 2840 square foot. So that's really a lot, huh? And it comes in at $739,900, which for being right here in this subdivision with all these neighbors, I'm saying that's pretty good. You got to have their windshield replaced. Believe me, I know what that's like. I've been there. It's not a fun thing. So let's take a quick look around. See what I mean about the landscaping being just a few years more mature than some of the other places that we've just seen around here. Almost feels kind of like a Tuscany, Idaho Tuscany feel. So one of the cool things about living here, or about living in, I'm going to say Star in general, is we got this back way right here, and we're going to take total advantage of it. So right up there is State Street. Right across the street is the Local Mariachi. It's a fantastic little Mexican restaurant. Right here, like I said, this is the back way in. This would be your shortcut if you live here. You're less Schwab, so you drive over a screw or a nail and get your tires fixed for free. Right across the road, it's a whole series of little stores. It's really cool. They got a Starbucks, we got a Papa Murphy's. I can get into that. What else do they have here? They got a liquor store, state-run liquor store. That's how they do them here. Some different cafes, some coffee shops. Pretty nice. Let me come over here, see if I can get a better look. They got a Fizz. Oh, the Tap House. Marine's taken me and some of our clients there before. It's pretty good. And I saw on the internet that Proof Kitchen place, they have some of the best pizza. And it looks like pretty nice pizza. UPS store, in case you gotta send something to some loved ones. All right, here's what I get most excited about. Ridley's grocery store. This is a fantastic little grocery store. They got all sorts of good stuff in here. It's it almost feels boutique, but in a country way. Shall we be done? Or do you guys want to take just a little bit more of a look? I want to take a little bit more of a look. So let's go cruising. So now we're on Plummer. This is how you get in. One of the couple of ways you can get in. It kind of makes a little loop. We've been down some of these streets already. See, it's not that big. There's the clubhouse again, and the pool, and the courts. But talking about back ways to places, I'll show you my little shortcut. Kind of a nice little boulevard here, and man, definitely beautiful houses, kept up so well. Looks like they're still building a couple over here. Ah, that's interesting. Little green area right there. So what's my little shortcut? Hang on, we're going to take a look at it here. Back behind those houses is a huge, huge pond. Lake almost. And it's got a walking path. And over here is I want to say it's Main Street. I could be wrong. Nope, got it, nailed it. So now we're in the old part of town. So where's this little street here take us to? You are gonna be impressed. Speed bumps don't play around, do they? Ooh, ooh. Over there to the straight in front of us, kind of on the right, is a big old park. And that's the Boise River where all them trees are. Apparently school must be getting out. Then here's our community event center right here. They've got all sorts of different things that go on over here. And then right over there is the backside of Heron River, and that's where the pond is. And Heron River, there it is. If you live there, guess what? You'd be home right now. And not only do you have this big pond, you got all those little ponds. You got the creek, you got walking paths, biking paths. They'd probably let you jog through here too. And then over here, you've got the city park. They're actually doing some work on it. And then I don't know if you can see a little bridge right over there. That goes right over to the Boise River. You're just that close. So when you want to come out and check out Heron River, let me know, Marine know. We'd be glad to help you, answer any of your questions. There's some houses that come available. We did see a couple building lots, so maybe you can have your own built. Who knows? If you come up here for your fact-finding trip from some other place, let us know. We'd be glad to help you out. Make sure that we get together and go look at some different communities, maybe a house or two, and with any luck, we'll have lunch together. So thanks for hanging out, and give us a call, text, email, and we'll see you on the next video.